the 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Sprite.
Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to 2K Sports. You're watching the NBA, and you've got Ernie Johnson, and you've got Shaquille O'Neal. And coming right up, we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Denver Nuggets. And for the Nuggets, a strong stretch of play for this team, winning 6 of their last 7. They're playing at a high level, no lack of confidence going into tonight's game. All right, OKC lives and dies by the jumper, and they seem to like it that way. I don't know when the last time a team that shot that.
Oklahoma City landed the Thunder in a fine Western Conference battle here at the Chesapeake Energy Arena. The Nuggets will kick off their road trip right here. Everyone on this team is pleased with the beginning of the season. They're playing so well right now, 5 consecutive wins.
You know, Kevin, you and I see it all the time. Teams going through hot streaks and cold spells, and anytime a team can find its rhythm and put together a number of wins in a row, that's always encouraging.
Well, they definitely got ahead of steam now, and it's been hard to tell so far what the true ability of this team is, but from what we've seen lately, there could be some big things down the road for this club.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Down low, it's Fareed and JaVale McGee. Lawson and Aflalo are the 1 and 2, and it's Chandler in at the 3 spot.
Coach Scott Brooks of the Thunder, he's brought great stability to this organization. A lot of talent on this roster, but doesn't always fit in terms of their offensive flow. So the Thunder like to keep it pretty simple with their X's and O's.
Now, here is Lawson. Turned in an outstanding game against Chicago. On the wing, Chandler. Second chance shot. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Pretty bad defense letting the offense get right to the rim, but smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know what's going to happen, and they sent a message right there. Nothing easy inside.
Well, Steve, Kenneth Fareed really raised in the game. There's so many great stories when he was young. He was challenged by his family in so many ways on the basketball court.
Yeah, the story goes that his father once dunked on him and said, "Never let anybody do that on you again." And apparently his mother told him they'd never pass him the ball unless he was tough enough to go get the rebound. So tough love, but apparently it worked.
No good on the second free throw.
And you talk about Fareed's upbringing. His mother, a high school basketball star in her own right, was fighting for her life against the autoimmune disease of lupus. She demanded that he battle just as hard on the court. And you can't discount that in driving Fareed to his greatness.
And Denver has possession. The Thunder making the shot. On the wing of Aflalo. Shot clock at 6. Good.
And Kenneth Fareed ending up setting an NCAA record for career rebounds. He said he felt like every rebound was another day for his mother. And now, happily, she's doing better, and he's playing the game he was born to play.
Here's Lawson. Aaron Aflalo picking up that last basket. The shot's good from Fareed. Here's Westbrook, averaging 20 points per game. The pass to Durant. And Fareed sends it back. Back to Lawson. And that one's good. Lawson's got his first 2 points.
And they're nearly perfect from the floor early on. 4 of their first 5 shots they've drained.
Here's Morrow for 3. Westbrook. No good. For Denver, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Aflalo outside. Aflalo left side. That is good.
Well, nice way there to get your first basket of the game.
Looking at Denver, they got their last win against Chicago.
Well, Kevin, they constructed a perfect offensive game plan going into that game, and it was quickly apparent how powerless the defense was to stop them.
Powerless is a good way to put it, Steve. We're unlikely to see that many uncontested baskets again anytime soon.
The Nuggets leading by 3. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. From down in the low post, it goes.
Great interplay there between those two teammates.
Perkins against McGee. Outside for Durant. Here's Perkins. Can't get it to go. And the Nuggets going the other way.
When you face the Oklahoma City Thunder, one of the things defensively that you have to prioritize is keeping them out of transition. This team is long and athletic, and if they get out in the open court, you're in big trouble.
Thunder trailing by 5. Left side Westbrook. It's tipped. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam. Savage, that's the way to get some momentum on your side.
Absolutely. Those dunks can really have a deflating effect on the defense.
Especially coming from a guy out of the backcourt.
And the Thunder in the half court, more of a jump shooting team.
And sometimes that can be a backhanded compliment. When you look at the roster, Durant, Westbrook, Ibaka, even Reggie Jackson, all pretty good from mid-range. So they spread you out, and then, of course, Durant's jump shot is pretty much unguardable.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. A different look for Denver. Here is Robinson, averaging 6 points per contest. 1:56 left here in the opening quarter. Soft touch off the glass.
Their low post defense has to show some improvement, guys.
Yeah, of the last 10 points, Steve, 8 have come from in tight.
Jackson kicks to Jones. He feeds it to Lamb. Offline with his 3. The Nuggets leading by 5. Here's Adams, and he gets it to go.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
Robinson against Jackson. Outside Robinson. The shot no good. And the Thunder going the other way now. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Now, Kevin, I'm all for aggressive defense, but they were over the top in that game and wound up in a lot of foul trouble.
Well, Steve, you and I both know it, Kevin as well. There's a difference between being aggressive and being reckless. Clearly, they were the latter.
Here's Robinson, following the score by Oklahoma City. 46 seconds left in the first quarter. Hickson sets the screen for Gallinari. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Count that one. Gallinari's got his first points of the night.
Solid screen right there that freed him up for the jump shot.
Outside Jackson. Now Collison. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Gallinari against Jones. Mozgov passes to Ford. It's stolen by Lamb. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Here's Jones. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
And here's Ford. Here's Hickson. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
Well, that clock was expiring just before he shot it, or so it would appear on the replay. In real time, I couldn't really tell whether he got it off in time.
And you know, as a player, it's so difficult to know exactly where the clock is. You have an idea of it, and you know you've got to get that shot off. But whether you actually got it off or not, it's tricky. I mean, I think even the player sometimes has a tough time figuring it out.
Well, the ruling is in, and the call stands. No basket, so no change, Clark, and the scoreboard as we end the quarter.
Smart decision to review the shot. That was indeed very close to being legitimate.
The NBA season pushes on. Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors go up against Al Jefferson and the Charlotte Hornets this Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss it.
Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And when you consider how Denver is doing, Steve and Clark, what are your thoughts?
Man, it's really been a dominant effort on the glass. That's been the key here.
Yeah, they've established nice low post presence, which always tends to help you on the rebounding battle.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Denver. Lawson out there with Harris. Then it's Wilson Chandler. Then it's Mozgov. And it's Gallinari in at the 4 slot. Reggie Jackson has taken a much larger role, Steve, for the Thunder over the last year or so. Last season, doubling his minutes, taking the place primarily of the injured Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, well, the injury to Westbrook created an opportunity for Jackson, and he was so successful that ultimately when Westbrook came back that the two of them played together quite often. But Jackson, I think, has turned into an excellent reserve guard in this league and maybe someday a starter.
Denver leading by 4, jumps up, and slam dunk by Harris.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard, Clark. Bringing it down hard, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Gallinari dishes to Lawson. The feed to Mozgov. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
Fareed's checked in for Denver. Flalo comes in for Gallinari. Harris kicks to Lawson. No one near him. Here's Fareed. And Durant with the block. Passes to Lamb. Chandler with the steal. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kevin, there's no doubting that center Steven Adams came to the league ready to rumble. As Kendrick Perkins put it, he acts like he grew up on the farm chasing hogs. But Adams said it had more to do with growing up playing rugby. He said it was, quote, a combination of that and trying to survive against my brothers and sisters. Keep in mind, he's the youngest of 18 siblings, Kevin.
He doesn't mind taking some licks, Doris. He just keeps coming. Thank you. And here are the Nuggets now, following the score by Oklahoma City. And there's the call on Durant. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's foul number 2 on him. It might not warrant sitting him entirely, but another one before halftime, they could be in some trouble.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Perkins, he's checked in for Adams. Baca comes in for Jones. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Lamb. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Jackson. Thunder trailing by 6.
You look at how this Denver team is put together. A lot of athleticism across the board, but it seemed as though they were struggling to find a clear direction as a group. The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. And here now on the 2K leaderboard, the best distributors in the league. The point guards with the most assists per game this season. Ty Lawson third. And, of course, Reggie Jackson.
And obviously assists are the name of the game at the point guard position. That's not lost on these guys. It's all about team basketball with them.
Steve, the court vision all of these players possess is outstanding. That, to me, is the most important attribute an effective point guard can have, and they all have it in spades.
Now here's a Flalo. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. McGee, the pass to a Flalo. 6 to shoot. No good from Lawson. Well, guys, what you said about Denver last season, you can have all the athleticism you want, but it doesn't matter if you can't get it to work together.
Well, and they would share the ball well. It was just they would play a little bit wild at times. That would get them into trouble. Turnovers, mistakes. I think for this club, it's all about finding the right balance.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Denver.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, and I've noticed also that their quick hands have led to a lot of forced turnovers. They're getting some points in transition as a result.
So much has been made about whether this is Durant's team or Westbrook's team, but in reality, I think it's both of their teams. I mean, Durant does what he does. He's an elite scorer, as is Westbrook. They couldn't be the team they are, the Thunder, without both of those guys being excellent and leading the way they do.
Yeah, guys, a lot of people thought that Durant would blossom with more of the offensive focus on him. But, Steve, the Thunder had showed they're not the same team and struggled when Westbrook was out.
Well, and it really shouldn't be a surprise to anyone because, you know, Westbrook's an elite talent in this league. And you remove him from any team, it'll hurt. I think it was people speculating how much Durant could carry this team on his own. But, you know, the fact of the matter is Durant needs Westbrook and vice versa.
Nick Collison's checked in for Perkins. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Chandler outside. And Denver again with the bucket.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Foy's checked in. Here's Westbrook. Can't get it to go. Now Denver takes it the other way. Last time they met was in Denver.
Yeah, that last meeting, they won the game, and remember, it was a huge day for the bench. I mean, they got some key points from their reserves.
And there's the call on Anthony Morrow. That's foul number 2 for him. Robinson's checked in for Denver. Fareed dishes to Afflalo. Fires at the elbow. That one off the back iron and out. Steve talked about the contribution they got from their bench in winning this matchup last time, Clark, and it was a great game for them in that regard.
Kevin, it really was. I mean, the depth they have was apparent on that day. I mean, there was no drop-off when they went to their bench, and the coach has to be extremely confident knowing that his reserves can handle their weight. They're earning their points with the jump shot now.
Yep, that's 6 of their last 10 points coming in that in-between range.
And that one's good. Durant.
Well, he's so hard to stop, guys, because he poses a ton of matchup problems for the defense.
And here's Denver. They're on a 15-6 run. And it's Afflalo penetrating. He dishes it to Fareed. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, you talk about effort and energy being a skill. Some people talk about those things as skills. And Kenneth Fareed is a 10 out of 10 in that category. A 6'7" power forward. His athleticism and relentless motor allow him to play much bigger than that.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Hickson's checked in. And guys, Fareed not the most skilled offensively. Most of his points coming on fast breaks, garbage buckets, dunks inside.
Yeah, but he's developing a decent touch from around the foul line area, which is a nice addition to his offensive arsenal, Kevin. But, yeah, the big thing is, you know, he's just one of those guys who you can never let your guard down against because he's constant energy.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Yeah, Nuggets coach Brian Shaw altering the Nuggets offense from the dribble drive motion offense to a more post-up style of play. He still wants to push the pace to exploit Denver's altitude, but he feels to be successful, they have to establish an inside game and refine their half-court offense as well. Gentlemen, we'll see how it works out.
He wants to build confidence that they can throw the ball inside. Thanks, Doris. Here is Durant. The Nuggets getting the bucket.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
Here's Robinson. Here's Hickson. Great D that time from Collison. Under trailing by 11. Unloads from 13. Misses off the left iron.
Well, as far as jump shots go, that's as high percentage as it gets.
I'm not sure how that didn't go down.
Over in the corner, Foy. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
And how did he get that to go?
Even after the whistle, I liked the awareness, the alertness, and the presence of mind to finish the play.
And the Thunder making a switch here. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Free throw good, Foy. 19 seconds left to play here in the half. Outside Westbrook. He kicks to Jones from deep three-point range. Mozgov grabs the board. Mozgov's got 4 rebounds in this game. From deep. No good on the buzzer beater. And the first half is now in the books. Nuggets lead by 14. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Scott, I heard you.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. You look at Gallinari, what a contribution.
I feel like he made everything he got. I mean, anytime he had an open look, he took advantage of the opportunity there in that first half.
And Steve, they were all good looks. I mean, his shot selection has been terrific throughout the game.
Durant and Collison at the 3 and the 4. Reggie Jackson out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Adams in at the 5. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. The Nuggets 2 seasons ago, Steve, won a franchise-best 57 games and were considered a fringe championship contender, even as a young team. But it's been a steep decline since.
Well, the injury to Gallinari hurt, the defection of Iguodala to the rival Warriors, and mass turnover in the front office and the coaching staff. So they are now trying to regain that stability.
Denver leading by 16. Pass to Fareed. And Durant with the block. And they get it back. And they're able to recover. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
So we got a moment now to check out the story on Reggie Jackson. He's been having a nice year. He's putting up about 20 points per game, 7 assists and 5 rebounds. And he's really been pulling his weight. I mean, we're finding his name in a lot of different columns in their box scores.
Yeah, and that's what they're looking for from him, Steve. He doesn't have to be the star, just somebody with solid contributions across a wide range of areas.
And Steve, Kevin Durant, truly one of the best scorers, and the statistics would show that league-wide every year, and last season's MVP.
Well, he's improved his game in pretty much every category, whether it's rebounding, ball handling, passing, defense. Incredible to see a player who was already historically great just take his game to another level.
Now here's Durant. Back to Westbrook, takes the 3. The Thunder with another miss.
And they've missed the first 3 shots of the third quarter.
In low to Fareed. Durant with the steal. Kicks to Jackson. It's tipped. Here's Westbrook. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession.
Maybe a low percentage pass, but it still nearly got through.
I like it, though. I mean, it's an aggressive play. Heads up defending and deflected away.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
Yeah, he has to be frustrated by how his offense is flowing. And I can't blame him. You know, they're getting good looks out there, but the shots just aren't falling.
And that can get into a team's head if it goes unchecked, continuing to miss good shots. So this timeout might be a way to combat that. And with Kevin Durant, his goal is to become the greatest player in NBA history. Nothing less. That's what he's striving for. He sees that potential in himself, believes it is there. I think that motivates him.
And with this chance, we can show you the real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. Those are the season's top shot-blocking teams. 5th on the list, the Thunder.
And I think a lot of it has to do with their defensive schemes, guys, because they rotate beautifully, and somebody is always there to protect the basket.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Lawson's against Westbrook. And Fareed kicks to McGee. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
What I see with Durant, he's fallen in love with the process of becoming great. The hard work isn't so hard for him because he truly enjoys the process of working to get better at basketball.
JaVale McGee, a 7-footer with length and athleticism, can certainly play on the perimeter defensively. Guards the rim so well. And Steve, you know, he can reach over 2 feet above the rim.
That's unbelievable. You look at him, Kevin, all the physical traits you look for in an elite pivot man. No question for McGee is just his decision-making and his development, his focus. He's capable of making a spectacular play, but can he make the fundamental one? And that's what's held him back to this point.
And here are the Nuggets now after Oklahoma City gets the 3. Chandler with the screen on Westbrook. Lawson against Westbrook. Clock at 6. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Nuggets. They were hoping to get off to a better start to the season. Things are still early, so they still may have a chance. And, of course, Oklahoma City, 4.5 games behind.
Seeing where the Nuggets are, I mean, they've settled in about where we thought they would, guys, in the bottom of the standings. So no surprise because we anticipated this team would have some struggles.
Yeah, struggling to make headway. Not exactly a feel-good story, that's for sure. Clark, let's talk about something else.
And he gets it to go. The Nuggets leading by 12. Lawson kicks to Afflalo. Shoots a fader. And the shot falls short this time.
That was not pretty there. You got to make that one, but maybe that's not his range.
Left side Collison pulls up. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
A sensational run has them on the brink of tying it up or even taking the lead all of a sudden.
Steve, quite a turn of events here. I mean, they really snapped into focus in a hurry and tightened up their game at both ends.
Well, the Nuggets missed the playoffs last season for the first time in over a decade, but their star point guard, Ty Lawson, had his best season yet, with career highs in scoring and assists.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Perkins, he's checked in for Adams. Ibaka comes in for Nick Collison. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Lamb in there for Reggie Jackson.
This guy's a good three-point shooter, but that was probably from a little bit too far.
Yeah, not what I would call working to get the best shot either.
18 seconds.
Fareed the pass to Afflalo.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
The Nuggets with another miss. And for Ty Lawson, Steve, he strikes a great balance between his own scoring and making plays for his teammates.
Well, he's a true point guard, but he's got shooting range and the athleticism and strength to take it inside and finish despite his smaller stature. Wow. That athletic play. Incredible.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, it's definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now. It's their defense, that's for sure.
Dishes it to McGee. That's good. McGee's got 4 points this quarter.
Just putting on a passing display out there.
Well, just to add another fantastic assist to the highlight reel for this guy.
Morrow, no good.
And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a mismatch, Steve, at least for today.
Wilson Chandler, a versatile forward, Steve, in his 7th season out of DePaul.
I like him, Kevin. I mean, he's strong enough to play inside, quick enough to guard on the perimeter, and then he's got that three-point range on his shot. So very versatile player.
And Wilson Chandler, 2 seasons now removed from hip surgery, showing no ill effect last season as he started at the small forward spot in the place of the injured Danilo Gallinari.
And the Thunder making a change here. Jones is checked in. Big group substitution here for Denver. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Gallinari comes in for Kenneth Fareed. Harris is checked in for Aaron Afflalo. And it's Foy in for Ty Lawson. Morrow. Perkins dishes to Jones. From deep three-point range, an absolute pound from three-point range. Jones has got 5. The Nuggets leading by 10.
What you like about Chandler, an inside-out scoring threat, and he's an explosive finisher around the rim, too, with shooting range that stretches out beyond the arc.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
It's hauled in by Harris.
Can't say I'm surprised that one didn't fall. He can barely dunk it in the pregame layup line.
And the dunk by Chandler.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yeah, you got that right.
There's 45 seconds left to play in the third. It's offline from half court.
Not sure what he was thinking there. That's embarrassing.
You think? I mean, come on now. Doesn't he realize there's a game going on here?
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating. Oh,
Get it! Oh, watch out now. Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark, brilliant throwdown.
Yeah, just exerting his authority out there.
Foy with it. He's picked up by Lamb. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And it's Harris off the drive. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Harris. Taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good, so it's both teams making substitutions here. And Harris drops them both. And here is Lamb. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Jackson misses. Near the three-point line, it's Foy. Good, he hits the jump shot. And the Nuggets lead by 16. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Nuggets ahead, up by 16. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next.
Tune in Friday, November 29th. Roy Hibbert and the Indiana Pacers take on LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. You don't want to miss it.
And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Well, tremendous point guard play, but that's nothing new coming from him. This is what you expect, the gorgeous feed there.
Here's Lawson. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Hickson and Mozgov playing together in the front court. Lawson running point with a Flalo and Gallinari on his sides. The shot's good from Westbrook.
He's done a ton to help his team, guys, and he may have to do more if they're going to come back and win.
The Nuggets leading by 14. Lawson outside, and the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's foul number 2 for him. Kenneth Faried, he's checked in for J.J. Hickson.
Kenneth Faried.
So it's Denver now. They led by as many as 18 points. Out to Gallinari. The dish to Lawson. Shot clock at 5. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. A Flalo, that's good.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
And it's blocked by Adams. Outside Durant from deep. And Kenneth Faried pulls it down. The Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Durant with the steal. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. Offensive rebound. Collison kicks to Adams. Goes up again. And that's a foul called on Gallinari. And the Nuggets making a change here. McGee's checked in. Time call here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. Well, with Russell Westbrook missing time last season with his knee problems, Kevin Durant had to step up his game, both as a scorer and as a playmaker.
And Kevin, you know, he responded with a historic MVP season, a career high in scoring and assists, all while cutting his rate of turnovers and shooting with remarkable efficiency.
And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Nuggets.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And Durant last season with the longest streak of consecutive 30-point games in over a decade. He got to 12 in a row and only stopped his streak because they were blowing out the Nets on the road in the fourth quarter, and they decided to rest him.
The Nuggets leading by 18. Lawson kicks to McGee. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
Well, that's part of what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Morrow's checked in, and a switch here also for Denver. Chandler's checked in. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone.
And you look at the incredible numbers for Durant last season. How about this? I mean, the first player since MJ, Michael Jordan, back in '92 to average over 30 points and 5 assists. Wow. While shooting over 50% from the floor. I mean, you talk about historic seasons. That's some tall cotton to be hanging out in there.
Afflalo, no good.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
None of the defenders wanted anything Clark to do with him on that jam.
And I do not blame him at all, partner. He was coming in with a bunch of steam and was ready to posterize whoever decided to get in his way.
All right, I understand, fellas, but come on. You've got to challenge him a little bit at least.
Oklahoma City moving it around. Adams. They get it back. Here's Collison, and he uses the glass on the layup.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Watson the pass to Chandler. Now McGee inside. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Threw it down with authority.
Oh, he can really fly. And you combine that, Clark, with some of the nice penetration, too, and you've got an easy 2 points.
Yeah, that's good stuff there. He's able to play well above the rim, but the execution really got him that look.
And Lawson, here we go. And he gets it to go. Lawson's got 6 points in the quarter.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here that they're going on.
Now, the story is points in the paint, Clark. I mean, they're getting point-blank shots every time down.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
A minute 50 left in the fourth. And Afflalo wide open. He shoots. The Thunder pull it in. Durant's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Morrow dishes to Westbrook. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for Adams. Perry Jones comes in for Nick Collison. Lamb, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Jackson in for Russell Westbrook.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Yeah, you look at the numbers, 10 of the last 12 points have come from close range, so I agree. And we head to the final buzzer in a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. This will go in the books as a really gaudy win for the Nuggets.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, hard to seem toying with.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
and you see the contributions from the role players on the team. And, boy, what a game it was for Ty Lawson. He just looked like an orchestrator out there, keeping his teammates involved, running to the open spots. I mean, he would constantly find them more often than not.
And there's the call on Anthony Morrow. That's his third foul of the game.
Well, a new award in the NBA starting 2 seasons ago, the Twyman Stokes Best Teammate. And the first honoree was Chauncey Billups.
And Voy kicks to Mozgov. There's the triple. The shot, no good. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. Here's Morrow. Kicks it out to Jones. The shot. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket. And the names of that award memorializes the incredible story of Jack Twyman and Maurice Stokes. Stokes, an NBA All-Star in each of his first 3 seasons. But in a game in 1958, he took a hard fall, hit his head, and thereafter became paralyzed.
One of the saddest and most moving stories in the history of sports. Stokes was waived by the team, and his family couldn't afford his gigantic medical bills, but his teammate, Jack Twyman, worked tirelessly on his behalf. A tremendous story of love, caring, and service in a tough situation.
Yeah, no way you can come back from this deficit.
Just not enough time left on the clock.
Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
20 seconds on the shot clock. 20.
Denver's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. The clock now can just run out for the Nuggets. Jones against Robinson.
Frustration foul there. You've got to maintain your composure.
Yeah, he lost his cool there, Steve. I mean, you can understand it, but you can't excuse it.
And he knocks down the first one.
Nate Robinson taking 2 shots.
Robinson hits them both. Now Jones. From half court, off on that one. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Nate, a great win tonight for the team. How much does the philosophy and the mindset that coaches instilled in this group help you guys in a win like we saw here?
Our coach always says that the guys that we have in this room, everybody's capable of playing together, playing hard, and getting victories no matter who we play. We feed into that. Our coach does a great job in motivating us. He gives us homework to go home and really study our opponents. We know them, but we knew that we got to play defense, and we did that tonight.
Nate, great win. Guys, this is a team willing to pay the price.
Thank you, Doris, for that. And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan saying, see you next time, as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Ty Lawson.